As we told you earlier in the newscast, the New York Legislature finally passed a $268 billion budget. And the governor promises new reforms will bring down your auto insurance premiums. But will they? Deanna, you've taken an in-depth look at these reforms.
Oh, yeah.
How soon will I get a break on my insurance?
That's a good question. Well, in the next 2 to 4 years, but it will not be immediate. So says Assemblymember Jen Lunsford, a key point person in writing and debating this legislation. Now, it's important to note that she has spent years as a trial lawyer, so that informs her point of view. But there are few who know more about the reforms that just crossed the governor's desk. On a warm summer evening in 2016, a car hit a teenaged bicyclist who was crossing Empire Boulevard in Penfield. The teen was injured but survived. Under New York's newly passed law, this teenager's family may not have been able to sue if insurers decided the teen was mostly at fault. Assemblymember Jen Lunsford shares a similar case in which the child's family recently sued for damages.
A young kid was riding his bike home from school, and he was at an intersection. An older woman turned into him, knocked him off his bike, and broke every tooth in his mouth.
Like this case, the police deemed the child partially at fault because he rode his bike into the street. But with the new law,
there is a opportunity for the insurance company to say, he's totally foreclosed from any damages, including having to have fake teeth for the rest of his life, because he was 51% at fault.
While opposed to that part of the law, Lunsford applauds changes that would cap auto insurers' profits at 5%, as is the case in Florida.
All of the money you're seeing returned in Florida today is a result of the excess profit cap. That is the mechanism that ensured that any savings realized from these reforms are actually returned to ratepayers.
One factor auto insurers used to determine your rate was zip code. For example, people here in the 14605 zip code were charged more than folks here in Pittsford's 14534 zip code, even when driving records were exactly the same. That's now against the law. And prior to the newly passed reforms, auto insurers could raise our rates every year up to 5% without asking.
We have now said that every rate increase needs to be approved.
So some of you may remember the multiple investigations I've done concerning how much your credit score affects your auto insurance rate in New York State. I asked Assemblymember Lunsford whether the reforms will make that illegal, and she says no. Auto insurers can still consider your credit score when establishing what you have to pay in auto insurance. Nikki, that's because these reforms are the result of lots of compromises, and folks on neither side of the aisle are completely happy.
All right. Thank you, G.
Sure.